Hey guys, welcome back to the state of the economy. Turns out, the servers have been kind to us and we're back up and running. And it's kind of live at the moment, but we're going to turn off chat now so you guys can't see chat because chat can be a bit crazy at times and we better get that rid of it quickly as well. So I've just completed my dailies and, well, pretty much I'm just chilling here at the moment. Weekend was pretty good until the rest of the maintenance edition when I wanted to do state of the economy is really frustrating. But anyways, let's get back into it. So let's get to the first things first. We may not have many buses here. Last time when I was looking at buses, I'll tell you straight up, like the buses, you can see 4,500. You can see a few buses for Vicus going everywhere, and even the normal buses are 2.7k, 2.5k, 3k. Like overall Vicus, like getting a Vicus bus means you just sacrifice all the gold that you're getting. Overall, like Vicus buses have dropped slightly, but I gotta say it's nothing compared to Voltan buses. Where actually someone's trying to sell Voltan bus for 1.5k. That's brave. It's gone up slightly. I actually saw them. I'm gonna go to you right now. I saw it 800G, 900G Voltans, which are just absolutely crazy. Next up, we're gonna go to the Argos bosses, and they're going down. Okay, I said this before. I said it's gonna come to a point where there's gonna be so many Argos bosses, not enough customers, that people are gonna just undercut each other. Like, I mean, look at this rocket bus, Bugatti bus. Like, mate, like look at all this crap. Like, people are undercutting each other already, and this is like towards the end of the week where most people have done the Argoses. That people are still running, buses basically as per se. Now, next up, we gotta check the Abyssal Dungeons. Now, the Abyssal Dungeons have been a bit weird. Just an FYI, by the way, guys, they have increased the prices, but it's fucking obvious for some of the farmers that these are Chinese gold farmers trying to farm gold, okay? I'm just gonna tell you guys right now, you probably shouldn't be taking the 1000G, just an FYI, because I can tell you right now, you could get banned for this, okay? Now, generally the 400G, but I can tell you right now, if you want to risk the Chinese gold farming stuff and take 900G from these guys per one, you can, but I highly recommend that you don't, okay? I highly recommend that you don't. Just in case you get banned over and stuff like that, because you're basically trading in gold. That is most definitely illegal. And also, there's been a few bans where people, have accepted Chinese gold farming gold and got banned because of it. But anyway, that's it for the bosses. Now let's check the blue store, Mario store, crystal prices, blue crystal prices. And I'm going to say, you guys can be not surprised on how high they've gone. And if they've dropped, I'll be shocked, but I don't think they have. But they've actually settled a bit because the last 3 weeks, they've gone up by 200G per pop. And 1 week, I think, went up by 500G. But they've only gone up about 100G per week. So I think it's stabilizing at 2K. Unfortunately for South America, it's never going to stabilize ever, as it just becomes ridiculous. Now, Mario Store, most of the stuff with blue crystals are pretty meh, okay? Most of the blue crystals are meh. You don't get much from meh. So pretty much all you're buying is basically Fions and a few other things as well with blue crystals. That's pretty much it. Like, everything else in here is just not worth it. Maybe the Honor Shard pouches. Maybe the Honor Shard pouches are worth it, not gonna lie. Since Honor Shard pouches are going up, we'll get there very shortly. Now, next up, we're gonna check the Honey Map prices, because the Honey Map prices are pretty cool. Okay, let's just put it this way, okay? USD is 1384, rip. Yep, let's check the pouches first of all. Now, the pouches overall, fully expect Honor Shards to potentially overtake Life Shard pouches here, okay? Now, it's 425G per one. You may have noticed that the secret maps in the Chaos Gates are selling for really expensive now. This is a reason why. I mean, you get a legendary map and it's like basically a free 3.2k, essentially, okay? From just Honor pouches alone. And, the blues are coming up as well, and the Life Shard pouches, well, like I said, they're going to be probably overtaken in the future as well. But, as I said before, with the secret maps and with the Rift Shards, all you should get is Harmony and Life Shards, because trying to get an Honor Shard pouch is quite expensive, even from Punica. Next up, we're going to go for the Leap Stones. And the Leap Stones, I'm going to tell you right now, just put Leaps. Harmony Shard's gone down, Life Leapstone's gone up from 8G to 14, Honor Leapstone's 39, Greater Honor 53. Greater Honor and Honor Leapstones are rising. Now it's still the question with, you farm Erixion or do you farm Yoho? Most likely you farm Yoho. Yoho's probably more consistent compared to Erixion, but the question's still there. The question is still there about it, okay? So just be aware of that as well. Now I'm going to go to Guardian Stones. Now I noticed before Maintenance, because I was doing notes for it as well, that the Guardian Stone price is back at 1G. So if you want to pick a few up, you might as well go for it now before they go up, because they're seeing all those honing mats go up, especially greater on leap stones. You know, these eventually will go up as well. I mean, like the second chopping block after leap stones is destruction stones basically as well. Now, crystallized destruction stones have gone up from about 10G to 14G. Weapons is always going to be most expensive, okay? And eventually you do have to get your weapon 15, okay? Otherwise you can't dodge it, you can't negotiate it. You have to get one of them up to 15 to try to get into Vicus. No, not Vicus, Voltan hard mode, even Vicus normal mode, even Voltan normal mode. You do have to get something above 15. And at one point, if you want to get to the hard modes, especially Vicus, you have to get your weapon above 15. Like, otherwise you're just pouring in Guardian crystallized stones over and over again. Next up, we're going to go to the fusion mats. Just give you the rest of the fusion materials as well. And the fusion materials we've got here, 10G. They're probably staying steady. Okay, they might go down to 9G. Probably time to buy up as well, since there's a lot of them on market. And last but not least, we're going to go to the solars. And we're going to go to support mats as well. Basically, the carps are just so down in price. I mean, these were like 20, 21, 30G previously. 13, 14, very, very cheap at the moment. Solar Graces, 60G, 167, 255. This is after Rift, so a lot of people have the mats and keep pushing the prices up. Overall, I think these support mats are going to go up as well, so be aware of that as well. They are definitely going to go up. I mean, Solar Graces about a week ago, about 35G. Solar Blessings were about popping 100G, and these were 160G. So be aware that, you know, that these support mats are definitely going up. Now, next up, we're going to go to the elemental potions and the consumables and stuff like that as well. Elemental HP potions, the inflation is pushing it up slightly, but I gotta say it is still down a bit as well. Expect elemental HP potions to go up the moment Kakusaden goes out, because a lot of people will be using them and just chugging through them like crazy. Now we're gonna check the stake as well. So we're gonna put the stake in. Instead we call it streak. I guess we're not gonna find it. Stake overall is going up slightly, so you can see here. Actually, no, this is the funny part. The tier 2 one's gone up to 369, but tier 1 is basically still tier 3 is still staying. So I'm not sure what has possessed someone to put this up higher, and I'm not sure if anyone's buying those materials either, to be honest. It's like, why would you buy tier 2 when you get tier 3 easily? Now we're going to go to engravings, and engravings have heavily inflated, by the way, like heavily inflated. Now we're going to check the blue ones to see how the blue prices are going at the moment. You can see here that the blue prices are really getting high in price as well. And I got to say right now, someone trying to sell enhanced weapon for 299G is a bit crazy. Now, something else I actually noticed on the market as well, and some of my mates were actually getting in on this. There's bots at the moment who are just basically putting legendary things on the AH, and you might be able to snag something very, very cheaply, because sometimes they misprice the item, and you can grab a like a grudge or something like that for like 6G or 60G because they mistype it and put it up for 66G due to a mistake. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, someone put this up. Like, someone put up, like, you know, a joke thing for, like, 58G. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, someone put up a buy for this much and actually received one for 58. So, you may want to see if you can be a bit cheeky and stuff like that. Have you ever whaled in this game? Okay, this is a guy from chat. I've never actually whaled in a game. The only time I've swiped is for an extra character slot, and that's it. So, yeah. Anyways. Grudge is less than Ambush Master, which is crazy. Do you want to get the Grudge books? Maybe. Like I say right now, if you want to pick up the Grudge books in NA, probably a good idea. Because it is going down, 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 or you can wait a bit till it goes down a bit further. Grudge is a pretty good, like, versatile thing. Like, Grudge and Curse are very versatile. Like, you can put 12 here and stuff like that as well. And as I've said previously multiple times, their class engravings are just skyrocketing. Because people prefer to get 12 of those than to spend, like, 10 million gold on accessories. Now let's just check out the pets and skins. Good old pets and skins. None of them are legendary, obviously, because, yeah. Where are we? There we go. So, no legendary pets as of yet. And, you know, you probably don't expect the pets as of yet. So, yeah. So you go through pets and stuff at the moment. Pets are going up in price. Now, I did suspect the pets are going up in price mainly because more people can put on a treadmill and stuff like that. And yeah, like I gotta say with pets going up, like is it because of the rarity? I can assume these are because of the rarity in the collector's edition and stuff like that. But I assume these could be because of the royal crystals and stuff like that as well. Now, at the same time, the main reason why I'm concerned about this, like this area here, is that some people might be buying pets for the pet ranch, okay? So they can, get maximum pets to go for it. Like some people may have it, some people may not, because I have maximum pets on the pet ranch. But this could be a reason why the pet price has gone slightly up. Now, go to skins as well. I gotta say with skins and stuff like that, nothing really has changed other than a new set of skins being available. And you can see here, like the highest set of skins, stuff like that, the platinum skins are always going to go ridiculously high and stuff like that. But a lot of these, I'm going to say right now, is just basically royal crystal conversions. Like royal crystal conversions. That's pretty much it, like royal crystal conversions and stuff like that. So they're basically converting their royal crystals to skins. The main reason why they do this is because it's more profitable to do so than to actually convert your royal crystals to gold. Last but not least, sorry guys. Last but not least, we're gonna go to AH. Now AH, oh, like we're gonna go to the gems first. AH has been pretty interesting. Obviously, you can sell like with these, it could be some tier, or there can be some people who are doing some sussy wussy stuff. But overall, with like legendary gems and stuff like that, it's gone up with inflation. Like it's gone up with inflation, and a lot of people selling level 7 gems. Basically, it's using to trade to get cooldown gems and damage gems and stuff like that. Because after legendary stats, they don't change. But overall, I'm gonna say overall, like 60k. Like overall's risen with inflation of the market. But either way, like if you want to put a level 7 gem from boss rush and stuff like that, you can get easy 19k gold super duper easily. Now, ability stones, I've got to say, ability stones have been kind of, I guess, kind of up and down because recently I got I'll put some engravings right here, which is going to be adrenaline and grudge. And I gotta say, this actually, like, recently I sold one of these stones for about 2k, okay? And now they're like 380. It really depends on the market and when you really get to it. Because like I sold a grudge and adrenaline for 2.1k, and I'm sitting there like, what? And then I come back, next day and selling for 380g. So ability stones, you may want to just pay particular attention to, like when you do get a good one, whether to wait the market out to see someone if someone's buying heavily or not. You get what I mean? Like buying heavily into it or not to try and roll a 9/7 stone. Now, I've said this many of times with gear and stuff like that, with accessories and stuff like that as well, is that if you get a class engraving and it's got any good stats, like any good stats whatsoever, let's just say enhanced weapon, let's just say it's enhanced weapon adrenaline, you can easily get 4k, 5k for it, even if it's like, got swiftness or, stuff like that as well. You can easily get a good amount. I mean, this guy's a bit crazy. This guy's not going to get anything for it. I mean, trying to sell a free for 100k is a bit crazy. But, this guy, for example, is probably going to, can get 57k for it as well. Now, it gets worse, okay? Like, it gets worse. Someone actually told me to do Shadow Hunter and to do Demonic Impulse. Now, obviously, we won't put this in here as well. But basically, it gets a bit crazier as well I'm not sure what's the best stat is, actually. But it gets a bit crazier as well towards the end of it, where you see Demonic Impulse going for this much. However, I did say, like, sometimes you can get a benefit of the doubt and stuff like that as well, where you can have a good piece sell for quite less. Now, let's see down here as well. You can see here as well, like, basically 30k, stuff like that as well. But since it's pretty common, people will try to undercut each other, and you may be able to get a good piece for this much. But at the same time as well, the reason why the Demonic Impulse prices can be low is because everyone went for the books instead. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much, you can view your own AH, I suppose, but just be aware of this coming up as well with the class engravings. Now, next up, we're going to talk about like tripods, and tripods, we are going to... Oh, that's odd. So tripods here... Tripods are a weird one, okay? Tripods are a weird one. Why I don't really view tripods too much is they cost fions, and I gotta say right now, you're better if you want to get, what you want, as per se, you're better off like spending crystals to expand your inventory and just saving it into your inventory. That's my cope here. I don't really think you should be buying any tripods unless they have three of the ones that you need. Okay, if they don't have three of the ones you need, you're better off buying the crystals via the gold, opening up your slots in the inventory transfer, just putting them in there and waiting for the update. Because it's kind of pointless trying to get to the perfect piece and spending a lot of fions for it. And it's just like, well, you could have just found that in Chaos Dungeons over and over again, basically. That's pretty much it. Um, and I gotta say that's it for Standard Economy today. Nothing much has really changed. I feel like the blue crystal price is starting to stabilize, but I'm not totally too sure how long that's gonna go. It is probably a good time to buy Grudge or any versatile battle engravings that have dropped heavily in price. I mean, for example, Grudge being lower than Ambush Master is pretty crazy, to be honest to me. Um, and that's pretty much it. I mean, hope you guys learned a bit. With Lost Ark at the moment, we're going to give you guys some a bit of advice as well that I actually got on the comments of my previous videos because I was talking about burnout and stuff like that. Was that one of the guys has said like you don't actually have to do Chaos Dungeons and Guardian raids every day on your main. They're like you can do it like you can save up to 4 or 5 rested periods and just do it in 3 days. Like for example, he said like the weekend, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and just pump it out those days, and you can just save the rest of for next time. And I was basically saying to him like, that's actually a good idea because you only save up 4, then you use 2, then you use 2, then you use another set, and basically you're not losing any stuff at all. And I'm like, wow, that's actually really really good. And he also said as well like get double the loot. You may miss a bit from here and there for not doing it a day, but overall, it's going to be a lot better for your sanity. Can give you a lot more room to do weekly content, and that's what I think you guys should do as well. Like basically find the times where you're the most free, book those times to do your chaos dungeons, like maybe an hour or so for all your ults, or if you don't want to do your ults, just only book it for your main. That's that for example. You can just basically do your weeklies and your ults to get more gold. But that's pretty much your goal. And if you don't want to, if this game's still too much of a time sink, despite that, I'm just gonna say you may straight up just quit the game because MMOs are time sinks. Maybe you should play another game or anything like that. I can understand the dopamine hit that MMOs can give you, but maybe you should just quit the game as well. That's pretty much my POV on that one. But either way, if you don't want to quit the game, feel free. If you want to go to another game where it's a bit more casual and not really time anxiety inducing, you can go to WoW. You can go to FF14, where they don't have like a hard daily kind of thing. Where WoW, for example, WoW has a really soft daily quest grind, same as FF. WoW does have a weekly kind of grind as well, with the Myth doing a certain amount of Mythic Pluses in a week. But, it's not super arduous. Actually, no, it's a bit arduous, actually. I mean, 30, 40 minutes for a Mythic Plus can be a bit arduous. But you don't have to get 10 done. Like, if you get 10 done, you're quite hardcore. But yeah, anyways, guys, hope you guys had a great day. And hope you guys enjoy my ending reflections as well. Also, as well, I do want to get off Lost Ark eventually as well. I haven't been enjoying it too much. So, if there's any different content that does come on the channel, just be aware that, I'm trying to branch out as well. And yeah, I know I am pretty afraid that, I'll lose all of you because I don't do Lost Ark. I'm definitely afraid of that. But if you guys, wanted Lost Ark and stuff like that, thank you guys for subscribing. If you didn't want Lost Ark and, you want me for me, go for it as well, okay? I will still try to do Standard Economy, still try to do New Players Guide and stuff like that. But, I just don't want to be on Lost Ark too much because it takes a lot of my time. Thank you, guys. See you guys later. Peace out. Like, comment, subscribe. And this was my first Standard Economy live on Twitch TV /OnlyJoshua TV. See you guys later. Peace out. Bye.